Wow, the dating app world is a minefield. And I think the dating app world does also get a bad rap, right? I think I also know a lot of people who found love on dating apps. I know many people who are married and together with families who met via dating apps. And I think it's a bad rap. I think that it's seen as lazy and inauthentic. But for some people, the experience of going out to a bar or going out to a social environment and just having the confidence to talk to somebody else. Some people don't have that confidence. You put on top of that the fact that you are disabled as well. For some people, that's an issue. So the dating app allows people with disabilities, in some sense, and I've spoken to many people with disabilities who have been on apps, it allows them to kind of break down that initial barrier of the perception of what someone thinks about their disability. Now, the negative is that I suppose if your disability is one that is visual and seen, it may make people want to swipe past because they believe, oh, I don't want to date someone who's in a wheelchair, or I don't want to date somebody that has a particular disability. But I think that you kind of maybe cut through a lot of the fat and you kind of get to the people that actually don't care about that and want to still engage in a conversation with you online in the initial parts, that, you know, even with a disability. I think for me, my personal experiences were positive, but I'm very, I would say, fortunate, because the perceptions placed upon people with disabilities initially aren't placed upon me, because my disability, being a below the knee amputee, is not visible. You can't see my disability, you can just see my good looks, right? So that is what blinds you and initially gets you in and makes you want to, oh, I want to swipe, is it left or right? I think it's left, isn't it? I want to swipe left and have a chat with this guy because he's really good looking. But I understand that there's a privilege in having a disability and not having the perceptions placed upon me. So my experiences have been relatively positive because I don't pretend to be someone that I'm not, and that initial engagement that I have with a woman is respectful, is cordial, is friendly, is social. So I never really had any problems with dating apps because of my disability, because you just didn't see it and it just wasn't an issue in that initial stages in terms of letting somebody know about it. But I know many people that do. So I think for some people, dating apps are a very powerful way of, as I say, breaking down that initial barrier of just, how do I talk to somebody? How do I just find someone that I want to engage with that doesn't involve me having to make the first move in a bar or, you know, approach someone at a party? Because for most people, disabled or not, that's an experience or an offering that is very, very difficult to most people. As I said, if you kind of put yourself in an environment where you have a disability that is visible and you lack confidence anyway, you're significantly less likely to make that first move. So a dating app will massively boost your confidence. But as I said, conversely, I know people that have been put off the whole dating online experience, because if you have a disability that is visual, the initial perception and the initial comments that you will get can sometimes be very, very negative and detrimental to your confidence and to your well-being. So I'm actually for dating apps for disabled people, because I think that more often than not, they offer something that real-time dating, or an approach at least, takes away that often negative experience for a lot of people.